Hey guys, it's me, Teresa Perrin. I just wanted to give you an update on Redbox because it looks like we had a massive move up on Friday at the end of the day, just before closing time, and then of course it got shorted right back down in the after hours, which has been par for the course. However, this was quite a big jump compared to what we've been seeing lately, so it was actually pretty impressive. However, I want to give everybody a warning because a couple things are going on. One, I think that a lot of shorts are going to be covering over the next couple of weeks, and they've already started, guys, across the market. As you can see, things have turned bullish, and we are currently in an uptrend. And if that continues, which according to what I'm seeing, I think it will for at least a little while. I don't know that we hit all-time lows. I sure the heck hope we did, but I'm not confident in that just quite yet. However, I definitely think that we are in a bull run right now. And that being said, at certain levels, shorts start to cover. Redbox has one of the highest short interest in the entire market. So in my opinion, they are going to be forced, because there's a liquidity crisis going on, if you guys haven't noticed that, and they're going to be forced to cover short positions. So I believe that this has every potential to go on a massive run. However, the warning part of this is that I think they're going to potentially try to trick people, because on August 9th, which off the top of my head is Tuesday, they have the shareholder meeting for the vote for the merger. Now, guys, the vote doesn't matter. According to the vote, it's going to happen because we don't have controlling ownership in the company. So they are going to vote for the merger to be complete. That being said, it's not going to happen that day. And I think that shorts are going to try to scare the crap out of people, that they're going to wake up the next morning and it's going to be a done deal. You're going to have CSSE in your account Wednesday morning. That is not the case. They have to file an S4. There's things that have to be approved by the SEC. So as long as we stay on top of the filings, guys, we're good. And then they're going to give us an anticipated merger date. They should be giving us an anticipated date, updating that for us. Currently, there is an active investigation that could potentially turn into a lawsuit, which wouldn't get filed until they announce that the merger is going to happen, in which case I fully would suspect that the attorney would ask the court for an injunction to prevent the merger from going through, to make sure that the best interests of the shareholders are being taken care of, right? That'd be the purpose behind it, guys, because you and I both know this is a crap deal, okay? I'm not worried about it at this point. I'm honestly not, or I'd be long gone. That being said, I think that there's a potential that we have a massive run. But I also see the red flag, which is why I'm giving you the warning, that they could potentially try to pull the wool over people that aren't informed's eyes and create a massive sell-off. Now, given the current market situation, I was very confident prior to this run. Months ago when this all started happening, I started thinking about this and thinking this would be what they would do. However, since things have changed, I'm 50-50. It could go either way. I don't know. All I know is that we just have to watch what the chart's telling us. Remember, the trend is your friend. So if it's in an uptrend, great. I mean, it broke out because the chart looked great on Friday and it was ready to do so. Now, I think it's going to continue, but that red flag in me is what's creating this warning. And, it's always good to be an informed investor and look at both sides of things so you know the potential in case they happen. Guys, those of you that know anything about me and Redbox, I've been talking about it since last October because there was a lot of crap going on then, and there's certainly been more over the months and months I've been following this play. If anybody would tell you to run, it would be me if things were not looking good. That being said, anything can happen. Nothing I say is financial advice. However, in my opinion, there's going to be an upside to this. So therefore, I'm just taking it with a grain of salt. If you guys have been riding it up and down this far so long and you're still in the play, or you're still getting in and out of the play, whatever it is that you're doing with it, it's just good to always be aware of what's going on. That being said, I'm looking forward to an exciting week with Redbox this week and in the market in general, guys. I think we're going to see lots of stocks start to pop, and it's very exciting. I just want to give you a quick update as to Ortex, because despite them having a massive pop at the end of the day, guys, they haven't covered. So maybe somebody also knows something that we don't know. That's a possibility. Like I said, there's a lot of cards on the table, and one of them being the fact that I think a lawsuit's going to get announced. Will it? No one knows 100% for sure, but I am fairly confident, based on the last filing, that it's expected. Okay? So let's take a look and see what we have. And I also want to take a look at Fintel and see if they have short exempts due this week. Just so you know, there are no FTDs, excuse me. There's no FTDs due on Monday because of the 4th of July. So these hedge funds have a day off. So Monday, are they going to try to pull a fast one? Are they going to use it to cover other things? I don't know. I wouldn't be totally shocked if we got a red day Monday followed by a green day on Tuesday in the market in general. I'm not talking about in Redbox. Redbox, I wouldn't be surprised if they pump it before they dump it. I don't know. I mean, there's two ways to look at it. But like I said, it could be pumping because shorts just decide they're trapped, they can't get in. They could be recalling shares from people that are shorting it, guys, too, because there is a liquidity issue going on in this market. So that wouldn't shock me. So maybe we don't get the sell-off, It's hard to say, but I just want to prepare you for both things. Hate to keep repeating myself, but I think it's very important you know that it could go either way. Now, let's just get into Ortex and Fintel. All right, guys, if you're familiar with me, then you know that by now, Fintel always shows the short interest less than what is shown on Ortex, oddly enough. But 63.65% short interest according to Fintel. And the off-exchange volume on Friday was 58.63%, which is also lower than Market Chameleon, which I'm not going to look at right now because I don't want to make this video too long. Good news. There are no shares left to borrow. The cost to borrow, guys, if there were shares, is 660.91%. This is my point. If they're going to cover these stocks, they're going to be looking at the ones with the highest short interest to offload first, because they need to. It's tying up their capital right now, and with the market suddenly turning to risk on, this is killing them. All right, guys, let's see the failure to delivers. As you can see, for July, they're a lot less. It's like they slowed down, probably because of the cost to borrow rate, right? But July 5th, Tuesday, they have 835,776 shares that will be due. So let me see if there's anything big. No, there's no huge numbers coming up. So, that's the biggest one, to be honest. So let's keep an eye out, see what happens, and look at Ortex. Okay, guys, we are still on the threshold list with a current short interest of 82.68%. So it is still very, very large, despite the liquidation they did with the warrants a while back. Because last I saw, the current free float is looking like it's up to 11 million, which has to be reflective of the warrants that were exchanged, which is why it came down from being over 200%. So they kind of got a little free pass with that, which I'm not really thrilled about, because it seems like everything's been thrown at us with this play, guys, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end. Only time can tell, though. So again, 82.68% short interest, which is an increase of 1.86% from the prior day. They borrowed 66.6 thousand shares, and they returned 11.1 thousand shares, guys. So there's still 55.5 thousand that they either used to short or that they're holding. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they were holding this for a potential sell-off after the announcement during the shareholders meeting. But anything could happen, right? But as of today, there's currently no shares left to borrow. We'll see if that changes, because you know that they like to make an endless liquidity pool where they just F3 override and boom, pop out new shares. But it's only digging their hole deeper when it does explode. And now, according to Ortex, the cost to borrow max is 853.41%, and the average is 663.03%. Guys, I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm looking forward to an exciting week ahead with Redbox and the rest of this wild market. Take care.